Number 1. Their curiosity is bottomless, and you can feel it. One of the clearest signs you've met a true INTP is that endless magnetic curiosity that seems to drive everything they do. It's not a phase, it's not random, it's who they are at the core. When something catches their attention, they don't just skim the surface or read a quick summary, they dive deep. They'll start researching one topic and hours later find themselves exploring 3 different branches of science, philosophy, or psychology that somehow connect back to the original question. You can feel it when you talk to them, the way their eyes light up, the way they lean forward just slightly, the way their mind seems to stretch in 5 directions at once. They'll ask why and how so naturally that it feels less like curiosity and more like breathing. And the best part, it's not driven by a need to show off or prove something. Their curiosity is pure. It's about understanding, about seeing how the world fits together like an invisible puzzle. They want to map the structure of reality itself. But this curiosity can also make them a little unpredictable. They'll hyper-focus for days on something obscure, like ancient navigation techniques or quantum logic, and then abruptly shift to something completely different once they've satisfied their mental itch. It's not inconsistency, it's exploration. To an INTP, every idea is a doorway, every question a clue, and when you're around them, you can sense it. The quiet hum of a mind that never stops investigating, never stops wondering, never stops asking. Because for a true INTP, curiosity isn't a hobby, it's home. Number 2, they think out loud and then outthink themselves. If you've ever watched someone debate themselves mid-sentence, congratulations, you've probably met a true INTP. Their mind is constantly in motion, running simulations, cross-checking logic, and revising conclusions in real time. They'll start explaining an idea with full confidence, pause, frown slightly, and say, "Wait, actually, that doesn't make sense," before immediately dismantling their own argument and rebuilding it from scratch, right there in front of you. It's like watching a scientist run live experiments using their own thoughts as test subjects. They don't cling to being right, they care about being accurate. If a better idea shows up, they'll gladly discard the old one without hesitation. That mental flexibility is part of what makes them so sharp. Conversations with them can feel like riding a wave of constant revision. They'll throw out a theory, question it, refine it, and occasionally end up contradicting themselves, all because they're actively processing information as they go. To some, this can look like indecision or overthinking, but to an INTP, it's intellectual honesty in motion. They don't settle for half-formed thoughts or emotional shortcuts. They want to see the logic hold up under pressure. And when they finally land on a conclusion, you can trust it's been tested, questioned, and dissected from every possible angle. Because before an INTP shares a belief with the world, they've already debated it with themselves hundreds of times. Number 3. They're detached but deeply observant. At first glance, a true INTP can seem distant, quiet, aloof, maybe even a little lost in their own world. But don't be fooled by the calm exterior. Behind that stillness is a mind that's constantly observing, analyzing, and mapping everything around them. They notice patterns that most people overlook: the subtle shift in someone's tone, the inconsistencies in a story, the way an argument doesn't quite add up. While others react to what's happening, the INTP is standing back, mentally taking notes and connecting invisible dots. It's not that they don't care, it's that they prefer to understand before they engage. Emotional noise and snap judgments just get in the way of clarity. So instead, they step back, watch quietly, and piece together how everything fits. Spend time with an INTP and you'll realize they're rarely fully in the moment. They're half a step outside of it, studying the structure beneath the surface. They see how people think, not just what they say. And when they finally decide to share their perspective, it can stop you in your tracks. They'll point out a truth so clear and so accurate that you wonder how you missed it. That's the INTP gift, the ability to detach just enough to see the entire system. So yes, they might seem far away sometimes, but make no mistake, While everyone else is participating in the play, the INTP already understands the script, the lighting, and why the scene was written that way in the first place. Number 4. Their humor is weird, brilliant, and a little bit absurd. One of the most entertaining giveaways that you've met a true INTP is their unique brand of humor. Offbeat, quick-witted, and often completely unexpected. It's the kind of humor that sneaks up on you, makes you pause for half a second, and then it hits you all at once. They'll drop a line that sounds perfectly serious, but if you catch the subtle twist in their tone or the absurd logic behind it, you realize they just made a joke so clever it almost slipped past you. That's the INTP way, humor that hides in plain sight. Their jokes are rarely conventional. They might mix philosophy with memes, wordplay with science, or logic with complete nonsense all at once. And they don't laugh at things as much as they laugh about them, how bizarre people can be, how contradictions exist everywhere, how the world sometimes makes no logical sense at all. To them, humor is another form of analysis, a way to point out the ridiculousness of reality without getting too emotionally involved in it. It's wit as a coping mechanism, and it's often so dry that people aren't sure whether they're joking or not. But when you get their humor, when you finally catch the wavelength, it's addictive. Start to look forward to those perfectly timed one-liners, that quiet smirk, that moment when they turn an ordinary thought into something hilariously profound. A true INTP's humor is a reflection of their mind, intelligent, unconventional, and just the right amount of strange. It's not about being funny for attention, it's about sharing a wink with anyone else who sees how weirdly logical the world can be. Number 5. They live in the realm of ideas and forget the physical world exists. If there's one trait that perfectly sums up a true INTP, it's their ability to live almost entirely in their own mind. Their thoughts are vast, layered, and endlessly interconnected, a kind of internal universe where ideas, theories, and possibilities constantly orbit each other. They don't just think about things, they live in them. Concepts become worlds to explore, hypotheses turn into mental playgrounds. And once they're deep in that zone, the external world just fades away. Time disappears, meals get skipped, messages go unanswered. It's not neglect, it's immersion. You might walk into a room and find them staring at the ceiling completely still, but inside their brain is running at full speed, testing logic chains, breaking down systems, inventing possibilities that may never even need to exist in the real world. It's not escapism, it's exploration. The physical world has boundaries, ideas don't. And for an INTP, that infinite playground is where they feel most alive. This detachment can make them seem absent-minded or forgetful, but it's really the cost of deep thought. They're operating on multiple levels, and mundane details like where they left their phone or whether they've eaten just don't make the priority list. But when they finally emerge from their internal world and start talking about what they've been thinking, it's mesmerizing. You realize they weren't zoning out, they were building entire mental blueprints. A true INTP doesn't just visit the world of ideas, they live there. And every once in a while they come back to share something that changes how you see everything else. These videos will be really helpful for you.